So throughout the years, there has been many ships in this game, and most of them have been overlooked, whether it's through rarity, whether it's through better things coming out. But there are a few ships that are still very good to this very day, 6 to 7 years later, are still meta, if not best in slot in most fleets. So today's video, we'll be talking about what I think are the top 3 Generation 1 ships that are still very good in this game today. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. Number 3. So this one can be up for grabs. I think there are 2 options here for this one, but I'm going to have to go with the safe answer here, mainly because of consistency. We're going to go with Enterprise. Now, I say Enterprise is very good because she still fits into basically any team comp where you want a third heavy hitter aircraft carrier. She's been out since day 1, cover girl of the game. You can't go wrong with this ship whatsoever. She's very strong, has very versatile kit because of her plane loadout. Her Lucky East and Unstoppable can be a devastating move to early game PvPers because of this evasion right here. Double damage, 70% chance to proc this, even though that's not 100%. 70% chance is still pretty good. And this skill, it gets stronger whenever new planes come out. So if you want to run something crazy like this right here and just say, you know what, I don't care if you're an ultra rare carrier. I don't care if you have some like godly setup to make it so like pure IJN, pure HMS, pure USS or whatever. I don't care about any of that. Why? Because this setup is going to blow up pretty much every single boss available in the game. So like this right here, right? You can run something crazy like that and it's going to destroy medium heavy armor and to some extent light armor as well too. Yeah, it's that crazy. So to me, I mean, I'm not even close to being done with this thing right here. Enterprise is pretty much going to be rank 3 ship in this game. I could argue that Ark Royal is also very good as well too. But I say Ark Royal isn't as strong as Enterprise, mainly because her versatility isn't as good as Enterprise because she's basically locked into medium armor and heavy armor damage deals because she has double torpedo bomber slots, and those usually specialize in heavy armor, and dive bomb is kind of more towards heavy armor as well too, but has some like okay medium armor damage as well too. None of this is good for light armor, therefore Enterprise is strong in all categories. She takes the cake for that one. And again, whenever new planes come out that are stronger than what we previously have, she gets stronger as well too because of her double scaling. Also, the fact that Assault Carrier has a 25% proc rate. If you guys remember the days of 2020 where early game OS came out, a lot of us depend on Assault Carrier to proc to go off. And yeah, that was not fun. That was miserable because getting this to proc is like never gonna happen. Seeing it twice in a fight is basically like Omega Rare too. So yeah, Enterprise is my number 3. So number 2, some of you guys can probably figure out what these ships are gonna be. No surprise there. But my number 2 is going to have to be Helena because to this very day she's still a core ship into most people's one-tap fleets. Arbiters, metas, EX fights. She is pretty much never going to leave those slots until you find a better ship that can be more consistent as well as clear that content within that 1 minute and 20-second time frame. Still a very good ship, and she's gotten stronger over the years because of her retrofit, giving her more health, more anti-air, and all that jazz. She also got the ability to work with radar scans, making it more flexible for aircraft carriers because before this it was every 20 seconds, but if you equip an SG radar you can make that 16 seconds and then 20 seconds after that, which makes it much easier for a lot of fast setups go within that time frame, like battleships or whatever, and it works very well. Not to mention the best accessory or auxiliary in this game The Eagle Union Elite Damage Control makes it so if a ship takes fatal damage, they go invincible for 8 seconds. This is very good for Helena because she's a very squishy target, and having that 8-second window will make it so you could probably proc one more Helena scan for that debuff for your main fleet to do damage and hopefully win you the fight. So Helena for me is my rank 2. Definitely a very strong ship to this very day. Pretty much never going to leave most people's fleet. And we always have that meme saying, if you have a boss fleet, you can't beat it, just use Helena. Helena this, Helena that. Yeah, you heard it all. And personally, I'm not a big fan of this ship either because, oh my god, 60% chance almost never happens. You guys know the deal. We hate and we love resetting 60%. It is miserable, but for that 40% damage debuff, it is very, very strong, so you kind of want it. But yeah, the RNG in it is disgusting. But when it goes off, she is easily the best support in this game. No contest whatsoever. And lastly, the strongest and best, oldest Gen 1 ship in this game. You guys can probably figure it out. You guys probably know the answer to this. That ship is going to be, if I can find her, Unicorn. Now I say Unicorn is very, very good because to this very day, she's probably the first healer any of us are ever going to use because she's very accessible at an early stage of the game. Arizona, Akashi, what was that nun's name? I forgot, but that's USS or whatever. Anyways, all these ships are good healers as well too, but Unicorn is just way more consistent. And over the years, she got a retrofit, bringing her to have more health, more usefulness, even got a preload. Before this, she didn't get the preload, but now she has the preload for her first skill, and it heals your backline as well. It heals a lot of things. It's just a really, really good ship to use for just a full-on team heal. And you have the reload buff to your vanguards on top of that. You just can't go wrong with it. Easily one of the best ships in the game for many, many, many specific times of content. Campaign, Operation Siren, event farming. She can go pretty much in any fleet that is not PvP because PvP she'll just blow up easily. But to this very day, a lot of us do a lot of mob content OS, and pretty much if you guys do this kind of content, you're gonna use a healer. And there's no better healer right now except maybe Perseus, as good as Unicorn. Perseus is specifically good for OS because OS fights are very fast and you get double heals right away. But aside from OS, Unicorn easily takes the cake in campaign, events, and just everywhere where Perseus isn't as good, Unicorn is better. And that's most of the game. So easily, Unicorn is the best, oldest ship in the game. Very accessible, is very cheap to fund as well too. No UR gear whatsoever. Very easy to build. And yeah, I got nothing else to say. I'm pretty sure a lot of people agree with this list. And a lot of people agree with Unicorn being the #1 ship in this game. When they first announced her about 2 or 3 years ago, her retrofit, I already knew it was going to be very, very good. Alright, so let me know what you guys think are the top 3 ships to this very day that has been out in the game since 2017 or 18, whatever version you guys are playing. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys are going to have at least 2 of these ships. And 2 of the ships in this list are going to be your top 2 picks, or one in your top 3 picks. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. As always, I'm out of here. See you guys next video. Peace out.